All right, guys, I'm back. Took a couple-month hiatus between high school football and college football and pro football and everything going on, trying to fish a little bit, trying to get a website together for that and doing a lot of other things. I hadn't been able to put this podcast together. I'm going to try to do a daily 5-minute, on several topics here, there, and the other, depending on what's going on from baseball to bowl games to the NBA to just this world in general. But today I'm going to talk about the Yankees signing Giancarlo Stanton and how it's good for baseball. The bad is teams. It makes teams like Minnesota, who finally make the playoffs again, it makes them realize they can't compete. They're not going to spend the money to stay up with the Joneses. Teams like Kansas City, who got it there a couple years, but they can't maintain because they can't go out and get another guy. Or if they get an injury to a young guy, they can't replace him with a $15 million free agent or something like that. It's bad for that aspect. It's bad, all over baseball because there's very few teams on either side that can compete. The Dodgers, they had $60 million sitting on the bench during the World Series, and still made it. With the other $200 million they spent. It sets a bad precedent for that, but it's good for baseball in general, I think. One reason is the Yankees are so polarizing. Either you love them or you hate them. So Yankee Nation, have probably gained a few members, and the ones that were already there are even louder. Merchandise, TV watching, ticket sales, it helps in that respect. If you hate them, it's even bigger reason to hate them. Signing or hiring Aaron Boone as the manager is an interesting move to me. Not really a Yankees guy, so to speak. I mean, he does have, a little history with the Yankees, but he wasn't a Bernie Williams, Mariano Rivera, Jorge Posada, Don Mattingly type Yankee. So, I don't know. Then again, it may be a good thing. You don't want to have a guy in there that overwork situations like Joe Girardi did and put himself in bad spots. The lineup is going to be dynamic as all get out. Brett Gardner leading it off, and then I'm assuming Judge, Stanton, Sanchez, Bird on down the line. Which for me, I think Judge will probably have a drop off. He has to have a drop-off compared to what he had last year. In the second half of the season, he struggled. Sophomore slump, add that in. Could be a tough two-hole for him this year. Me personally, I'd put Didi at 2, experienced hitter who can bat 300, a little bit of power and some speed. I'd put him in the 2-hole. Put Stanton in 3, Sanchez 4, because Sanchez is a 50 homer potential guy too. He started the season off on the DL and still hit like 30 something the last 2 seasons, so he's got potential there. Put Judge in the 5-hole and then have Bird behind him. I really think that's the best lineup. The pressure's off of Judge. Didi and Gardner get on, and you have Stanton, Sanchez, and then Judge to get him in. If runners are on, they can't pitch around him. So we'll see. I'm sure he'll start out in the 2-hole, and I just think he'll struggle there. I really do. This second year with people knowing how to pitch him. Like I said, all in all, it's great. Anything to get people talking about baseball, which has fallen off in the last 20 years. When I was growing up, baseball was king, and now there's not a whole lot of people or as many playing baseball, watching baseball, going to baseball games. There's so many other things to do. So, and that's a positive. It's positive for us baseball fans because there'll be more, coverage, and we'll get to hear more about baseball instead of just being also ran. So if I'm Vegas, I put the Yankees up there, as best as you can in preseason baseball as the favorite. I don't see other team making any moves so far to compete with them. Pitching wins the postseason, and they will need to go out and get one more arm. The bullpen's pretty solid. I don't know how long CC can hang on, but Tanaka pitched well at times, and we'll see if they go out and get a 8 to 12, $15 million guy to be the number 3 starter in that rotation. And if they do that, I just don't see anybody beating them. Price Price with the Red Sox. That was a $20 million bust for the most part. He's turned into a left-handed reliever. Sale's solid, but he got hit late in the season. I don't know what they're going to do. The Angels went out and spent some money on a Japanese kid. We'll see how that goes. I don't know where Texas is at. And then, like I said, teams like the Twins and Royals, they're not going to really spend any money. They're going to hope to have lightning in the bottle in the minor league system. Cleveland will still be there with Kluber and their bats. So it's going to be interesting. I think the Yankees, I'd put money that they'd win 100 games this season. I can't see that, barring injury, that they wouldn't. But so far, in my opinion, for baseball as a whole, baseball fans, baseball economically and in general, it's a good thing. We'll look forward to spring training here in a couple months, and then, starting it off around April 1st, and we'll get to see. So either we can pull hard for them or pull hard against them. Good thing. I'll be back shortly with a take on some NBA basketball. Appreciate you listening.